Jim Norton losing his mind today.
Really is.
Jim, you got to agree with this one. Randy Rhoads,
yes,
the most overrated guitarist ever.
Ridiculous.
Ever.
That's what that is. Here's what that is. That's a shock value statement that has no merit. Because Randy was a classical guitarist. He was brilliant. Everybody knows he was good. He wasn't overrated at all. Not at all. When's the last time you heard Randy's work played on stupid classic rock, faggot classic rock stage that will play Jimmy Page until the cows come home but won't play Randy? That really annoys me.
If he didn't die, he'd be still touring and he'd be like a has-been.
Nah, I would have left Ozzy years ago, man. Randy was a brilliant musician.
If he was still alive, he'd be like Tommy Shaw.
And here's another great thing. No, stop it. Hey, first of all, the only thing they had in common was the mullet. But at least Randy was a great, brilliant musician.
Randy would have been in the Traveling Wilburys.
No, he would have left his...
Yeah, I think Randy Rhoads would have been a Traveling Wilbury.
A Wilbury.
I think it makes a good point
They
there.
did Diary of a
Sometimes
Madman.
it's good to die early.
And the same time they did the Diary and Blizzard of Oz, we got Randy on 2 albums. We got very, very lucky.
I mean, I'm sad that he's gone, but, you know, I think it might have helped his longevity that he died early.
And as far as Ozzy fans not knowing this stuff until we saw the Osbournes, that's not true at all, man. 'Cause if you're an Ozzy fan, you know, I used to have a picture of their wedding picture on my wall when I was growing up in '82 when they got married in Hawaii.
MTV did some kind of survey with kids, and 87% of them didn't even know who the Beatles were. So
I know,
all right,
I agree.
but they're going to know who Black Sabbath is?
Oh, because of Ozzy, and then 87% of kids, God, let them put on trench coats and shoot each other, these little dummies. Who cares what they know? They're stupid. But bad parents and dumb kids.
You said 35% of the people that watch the Osbournes know who Black Sabbath was.
I absolutely think they would.
I don't know.
And as far as the Beatles are concerned,
they may know the name because it was mentioned in the show, but I bet you they couldn't name one Black Sabbath song.
And you want? I didn't say they could. I just said they would know who Sabbath is. And you want to talk about Sharon being a manager? How relevant was McCartney after he left the Beatles? Band on the run.
Sold a lot of records.
Love him or hate him, he had a good run. Good run with Wings.
But he was awful in Wings, and everybody knows he was awful in Wings.
He was not. That was a giant. If you want to make an argument, that stupid song he did with Michael Jackson, then you're onto something.
Oh yeah, Ebony and Ivory. Well,
he had a good run with Wings.
They live side by side on my keyboard. Why can't we? I don't know. Maybe because the black keys on the keyboard don't beat up the white keys. Stupid.
Say was Michael Jackson.
That stunk too.
Say.
When he's dressing a Bowery boy.
Yeah, but you lost your argument by saying Wings.
They were terrible. I haven't lost my argument. They were awful. I don't care how much they sold.
Let me tell you something.
I never a lot of cocaine. Doesn't mean I enjoy their work.
I was never a Wings fan, but they were a respectable band.
Yeah, by the critics, of course they were respected.
Guns N' Roses seemed to like tune enough to recover it.
And they seem more Zeppelin influenced than Sabbath influenced. Guns N' Roses, phenomenal band.
But I'm saying they saw enough in a Wings tune to cover it.
Big deal. They covered Knocking on Heaven's Door, too. So what? Sabbath did an Evil Woman cover on some issues of the first album. Does that mean it was a great band? No. Who cares what people covered? It doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, you were just saying most people have covered Sabbath songs. That was your argument.
You're saying so people know who they are. I was only saying, I'm saying all these bands that have covered Sabbath songs on these Sabbath tribute albums.
Randy Rhoads,
so their
overrated.
fans know who they are. No,
Randy Rhoads, overrated.
Look, you don't believe that has nothing to... Can I
Look, you don't believe that. Look,
can I pull this? Can I mention this?
What?
I got to real quick. Can I mention this? I got to mention it tomorrow. I have to mention this.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I'm doing Westbury Music Fair on September 7th. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at 12:30.
That's September. It's June.
I'm just telling you when they go on sale. Don't yell at me. I don't work in the office. My agent called me, and I'm reporting it to you. I wish Sharon was my manager.
We will allow you to plug this show over and over and over again until it sells out. If you admit on our show that Randy Rhoads was overrated.
Absolutely not. He is not overrated. He was never overrated.
Who's the better guitarist, Randy Rhoads or Jimmy Page?
To be honest with you, it's a tough question, man, because Randy died at 26 years old.
God.
Dude, he was 26.
All right.
56 to 82.
We'll only use Jimmy Page's material from the first 2 Led Zeppelin albums. Who's better?
That's tough, man. I'm not going to just automatically say Randy because I love him so much because Page was a great guitarist. Dude, but no, it is close.
And no, Randy
was a brilliant guitarist.
It's not even close.
Because he didn't. What? Because he didn't do the
Jimmy Page.
Classics that
Jimmy Page on those first 2 albums came up with so many more licks than Randy Rhoads.
With his stupid double guitar that the dude from Cheap Trick used to
That was later on in his career. We're only talking about the first 2 albums, my friend.
Is he playing the top one or the bottom one? He should have been playing Surrender.
If Randy Rhoads was still around, he'd be playing the spinning guitar and the flying V's and stuff.
Probably would have left Ozzy. He was playing the flying V when he was alive. He was playing that, the polka dot flying V. He probably would have left Ozzy in 83 or 84 because he would have moved on and done classical music.
No, he wouldn't have.
Yes, he would have. Ozzy admits that. Yes, he would have.
No. Here it goes. Look at this. Bobby from NYC. Ha ha, Opie, you laughable D. You worship that no-talent sack of S, Kurt Cobain, and you have the unmitigated gall to mention anything negative about Randy Rhoads. See? You don't think Cobain's suicide helped his longevity?
Of course it did.
You probably won't even have the balls to read this on the air.
Of course it did. He'd probably be making some pretty crappy tunes by now. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. But you can't admit it. And I said, Anthony, sometimes it's good to die,
right.
early.
What can I admit? Randy was not overrated.
Randy Rhoads, if he was still around, would be doing some ridiculous things.
Not at all. Why?
Without a doubt.
Not necessarily
because everyone does.
Name one guy that isn't an embarrassment.
What do you mean?
Just as I was talking before we came back from break. The Beatles. You look at John Lennon, when he died, still hip, cool, New York guy, walking around with his dopey little glasses and whatnot. He gets killed. The other ones live. Yeah, did you see Paul McCartney at his wedding? He looks like an old woman, first of all, now. He is not relevant in the least. And then they're filming him kissing his wife, and everyone's going, hey, Paul, give her a kiss. And he goes, okay, but just one. Kisses her with his wrinkled up little lips and goes, if you missed it, that's all you get.
Good for McCartney.
It's like you don't want to kiss his girl. He's irrelevant. He's old, and it's sad.
Why should he kiss his girl for the media? He sang yesterday. You just take your one-legged bride, throw her on the bed, and bang her in the privacy of your own mansion. He shouldn't perform for these nobodies. Hey, give her a kiss. We can get a picture of you.
When you look at the days where he had the big beard and he's singing "Let It Be,"
exactly,
and then you look now. You're like, gee, Lennon got off easy.
Good for McCartney. He shouldn't perform for a bunch of dirtbag paparazzi. Hey, we need to sell this to the Sun. Those scumbags, they do nothing but hound you, and he's supposed to kiss his nice wife because they asked for it?
You would think he would want to.
Who cares what maybe he didn't. Take her home, just look at her and go, wow, she really does only have one. And think about it. God, good for McCartney. And his new song was terrible, by the way.
He should kiss her because they invited the press there to take pictures.
Yeah, absolutely. But not to bark out orders.
Whatever they want.
Rick, if I invite you to my house...
asking for?
If I invite you to my house...
To come down, take pictures, cover this for the press, give me publicity.
Absolutely.
But then give us something to print.
But he didn't hire Kubrick to direct it. He just had people come and take pictures of it as it was happening. He didn't say, all right, let me know what you want me to do.
Keith Moon died rock and roll fashion, man. Now legendary drummer of all time. You got
Bonham too.
Keith Moon. Bonham, exactly the same thing. And then you look at,
well, the nerve of Sabbath to have some temerity to stay alive. Bill, Tony, Geezer, and Ozzy are all living. Gee, maybe Bill Ward just put a little weight on, but he's one of the most underrated drummers ever. He was not as good as Bonham. I know that.
Stop it.
Dude, I'm not
Don't even get into that.
Not as good as Neil Peart, not as good as Bonham, but he was underrated.
There's another 50 drummers you can put in front of him.
Who?
Neil Peart, the greatest drummer of all time.
He was a great drummer. Neil Peart was great, man. Great. But who you put in front of Bill Ward?
No, John Bonham was right there, and Keith Moon was
I
right
would put
there.
Keith Moon,
all right, yeah, okay.
Especially for the time,
Also the drummer from Winger.
Kaja Gugu's drummer was just phenomenal.
Yeah, he didn't get the respect he deserved.
Def Leppard. Maybe Rick Allen should have married McCartney's wife, and they could have just rolled around and looked at what should be there.
Uncle John.
Stupid puzzles with pieces missing.
Uncle John, what's up?
Sorry, guys.
Once again, the show started off really good. The middle stunk, and then we end up strong.
Having a little fun.
All right, what's up, Uncle John?
I just got what did I learn?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I learned if you're walking around downtown, don't look behind any dumpsters.
No doubt. Hey, Uncle John?
Yo.
Black Sabbath overrated, right?
I got to side with Jim on this one.
Thank
Sorry,
you,
guys.
John. Thank you, buddy.
Have to.
You pussy.
He's right.
You pussy. Look at this one. No more free tickets for you.
The easier thing to do would be to side with Opie.
I'll pay my way, but I got to go for Sabbath.
I respect that.
Look at this one. I love how Norton argues. He's quick, concise, and makes a point with each statement. He's passionate. Norton rocks.
Thank you, whoever that
There
was.
you go.
Maybe I should just put up a lighter and yell, "Do Stairway to Heaven again! The critics love that one! Hey, Black Dog!"
What's wrong with Black Dog?
Nothing. The 800th time you hear it on the same effing classic rock station.
Yeah,
those bags of vomit
That's
once.
not Zeppelin's problem.
I will agree with you.
They put the material out there, and then it's up to radio to decide which songs they're going to play.
I'm not saying Zeppelin wasn't even a great band. Radio stinks.
I will agree with you
When's
on
the
that.
last time you heard anything off Volume 4 by Sabbath? Never. Never. And you're going to tell me song? I'm serious, man. We're on Sabotage.
What song should radio be playing from Sabbath? I really need to hear this.
National Acrobat, Volume 4 would be off of a Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. That's what Sabbath does. Would be very nice to hear. A National. That's the song I walk out to. Everybody said, dude, that song kicks ass. Who is it? Well, maybe it's your classic rock station.
There you go. They didn't know.
Because there's only one verse.
Your own fans did not know you were walking out to Sabbath.
Because these faggot classic rock stations have never given it the play it deserved. Hey, put on Dream On again. We haven't heard that enough. Hey, do you want to hear maybe a Spiral Architect off of Sabbath 27? No. People won't just recognize that. You can't go 2 for Tuesday or get the Sabbath out. You faggot DJs. Stick to your playlist, you faggots. It's the same. Put on My Generation again. We never get tired of hearing that. Or how about Brown Eyed Girl, you white trash zeros?
There are plenty of good things off of Quadrophenia that never get played on the radio.
I'm tired of the rock opera. You don't like both. You like one or the other. That conceptual nonsense. Nobody wants to hear it. Hey, here's Ozzy with the rock ballet. Nobody wants to hear that crap. It's awful.
Did he like Tommy by the Who?
No, I didn't like Tommy.
The whole album?
No.
He barks it. No. That was a great album.
When was it? 71? It was a good album, and you heard it enough on the radio. Enough with these crappy bands on the radio.
Like Black Sabbath plays well today.
Dude, they still do. Look at Iommi and Bill.
The Who's Tommy plays better today than Black Sabbath.
Because the Who has been doing nothing but sleeping for the last 20 years. Nobody cared about them. At least Sabbath.
They tour all the time.
They suck. Nobody cares about them or stupid Roger Daltrey and his gimmicky tight jeans. Bruce Dickinson stole that in Iron Maiden. Nobody cares about Daltrey and his tight pants.
If the Who does 5 nights at Giant Stadium, it will sell out 5 nights.
You're absolutely right.
It's amazing.
I can't argue. You're right. They're a tremendously successful band. Sabbath never had that type of commercial success and never will. But the radio never gave them the play. The critics never gave them the play.
Good.
No, come on. You can't. As anybody that knows music, you can't even argue that. Any band would argue
with it. A few good songs.
A few good songs.
That's about it.
What, can they stop playing Paranoid or War Pigs? How about something off of Sabotage? You going to tell me you don't want to hear Hole in the Sky or Symptom of the Universe? The thrill of it all? Of course you do.
I love this guy. If you were talking Star Trek, you would be the biggest Star Trek geek.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
I knew the Admiral on the East Coast.
You know everything.
I don't care about you 18-year-olds like, hey, dude, enough with Sabbath. Drop dead.
Is this the sequel to Spinal Tap? This is a sequel to Spinal Tap.
Listen to all your music now that is stealing from Sabbath. Anyway, those great
Who
riffs.
steals from Sabbath?
A lot of the bands. I've heard so many of their riffs.
All of them not.
And by the way, I'm tired of overrated Santana. He does some famous riff that is a ripoff of Rat Salad, I think, off Paranoid.
Which riff?
I don't know. He doesn't even sing his own crappy. What's that new song he did? That awful
Smooth
stink song.
Smooth. That's about 7 years old.
Yeah, I know. It's critically acclaimed.
I never.
You know what? That was a great song.
That album was great. Mediocre.
The song was really good.
Yeah, you listen to it, you go, hey, I can tap my feet to that.
It was a good song, man. And that whole album was amazing.
Overrated.
I didn't think
Santana was
good.
With all the guest musicians and the guest singers.
Exactly. Where's Ozzy with the guest singers? Hey, guys, come on over. He doesn't need them.
Hey, Deuce, Randy Rhoads wouldn't be able to put out an album singing.
No, and Randy wouldn't try. That's the beauty of Randy.
Santana doesn't want to try.
Yeah, nobody cares about that dopey fat man. He's awful.
He was all about playing the guitar.
Yeah, good for him. Let him do it.
Another guitar is better than Randy Rhoads, by the way.
No.
Yes.
He's been around for 70 years.
Yes.
He is the most overrated guitarist ever. Hey, where's Yngwie and his 4 years of fame? Malmsteen. Anyone with an L and an M in their last name should not be listened to as a rock musician.
Yngwie Malmsteen, better than Randy Rhoads.
No, come on. That sweetest fag. Nobody cares about him.
Santana.
Just awful.
Awful.
Take the Wawa bar and stab himself in the eye. Nobody wants to hear
bar.
it.
Carlos Santana.
It's a Wawa bar.
He's a great guitarist.
A whammy bar or a Wawa pedal, stupid.
All right, whatever it is. Exactly. That's why I don't know, because Randy never used that crap.
He admitted that he was playing the V guitars, the flying V. That was a gimmick.
Steve Vai is better than Randy Rhoads.
I'm not as familiar with Steve Vai's work.
The Flying V was a gimmick guitar when it first came out.
How do you think He got some of those sounds without a whammy bar.
No, he did.
All that.
Yeah, Suicide Solution.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
that's all whammy bar.
Phenomenal. So what? At least he didn't try to sing. All right, maybe, all right. I'll give you that point. He used the bar. A lot better than that fat dummy did. I'll tell you that much. That stupid guy stealing from Sabbath. He stole from Sabbath. Nobody will ever admit that. Oh, Norton, you're crazy, but I'm not crazy. He took riffs from Sabbath's Paranoid album.
Well, prove it. We'll prove it on our
Either
show.
Jack the Stripper, I think, or Rat Salad, or something with the original.
Dude, you go home and do your research. We'll prove it right on the show.
I don't remember the Santana.
You're babbling now.
I'm not babbling.
Then go home and do your research.
Maybe I am babbling. I apologize.
Is there a
find
point?
the riff that he ripped off,
No,
and
dude,
we'll do it.
I don't remember the Santana song.
Well, someone will help you out. Email Jim Norton, tinkledrinker@AOL.com.
I'm not going to download and listen to Santana
No,
songs.
but they'll tell you which riff it was, idiot.
They might not know.
Is there going to be a point on this program that we actually get Norton and Ozzy in the same room?
I've met Ozzy, dude. I've met him twice, and I would.
Yeah, but I want to see it.
I wouldn't be this nuts with him. It would freak him out. I would be quiet and mellow and hang, and then just stare at him and make him uncomfortable again.
No, I want to get you all revved up so you can spew this off, so Ozzy can just look at you and go, "I love him."
No, he wouldn't.
I love this man.
He wouldn't say that. He would think I was an ass, and who is this maniacal lunatic? I wouldn't be like this in front of Ozzy because it would make him uncomfortable. No, I wouldn't. My own stupidity can wait. When he leaves, I can make an ass out of myself. No, I would be mellow out of respect for him.